Alrighty, I am live. What is up, guys? Welcome to the 1500 subscriber Q&A. I am in my upstairs living room right now, not in my bedroom where I usually record, doing this 1500 subscriber video. Cody's right off here to the side. He's going to be reading all the lovely, awesome questions that you guys submitted. Say hi, Cody.
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, don't pay attention to him, but yeah, we'll start right at the 3-minute mark. We got a bunch of questions here, but I'm excited to answer all of them. It's been a month since I made that video, and I uploaded the second impressions video, the first one, to celebrate it. And we got a couple people in here, Dawson and Adam Daly. What is up to you guys? What is going on? Adam says, I'm Ian Malcolm. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. I always envision myself as Ian Malcolm. But yeah, guys, well, how's your days going? It's been an awesome day for me. Sorta. Very rainy outside today. Dawson, I lost my job. Did you really lose your job, man? Sorry to hear that, man. That's gotta stink. But yeah, guys, I'm going to be answering the questions very soon. Tim D857. Hey, Ryan, what's going on? Tim, how are you doing? And Mason Roberts is also here. How are you doing, Mason? Good to see you in here, man. But yeah, I will start at the 3-minute mark. How I'm going to do this, guys, is I'm going to be mainly reading the questions that you guys submitted on the video, and as well as addressing the chat. I'll be going back and forth, answering your guys' comments, so don't worry. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just reading back and forth here. Adam, I can't wait till 1,600 subscribers to see you drunk singing Let It Go. Oh my God. The fact I promised to do that, that's kind of bothering me. Dawson, you wrote Titans. Have you seen Titans yet? Have I seen what? The show? The movie? What is Titans? I think it's a TV show, actually. I have not seen that, unfortunately. And we are coming close to the 3-minute mark. If you want to write some questions right now in the chat, you guys can do that. Be a part of this Q&A celebration, guys. You can do that as well. The show Titans. I've not seen the show Titans. I'm not a TV guy, unfortunately. Sorry, Dawson. But I heard some pretty good things about it. And we are coming close to the 3-minute mark. Looking forward to answering these questions very soon. Tim, what's your best and worst films of the year so far? I got a similar question like that. I'll answer later. And we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, it's the 3-minute mark. I'm ready to answer these questions right away. So once again, guys, I'm going to start with the submitted questions from that video, and then I'll address the chat. So, Cody, who are the first set of questions from?
First set of questions is coming from a very, very good fan of yours, Ryan. Technodrone 406 Show.
Thank you so much, Technodrone, for submitting those questions, man. I appreciate it.
He asked 5 questions. His first one is 5 celebrity crushes.
I thought about these. Gal Gadot is my biggest celebrity crush. Daisy Ridley, Margot Robbie, Cara Delevingne, and let's go with Margot Robbie. Did I say Margot Robbie?
I have no idea.
All right, let's go with those 5.
All right, question 2. Favorite animated film?
The Lion King. The Lion King's always been my favorite animated film. What else needs to be said?
Number 3. Favorite horror film?
My favorite horror film is The Shining. It's always been The Shining. It's Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece. Speaking of The Shining, I got a review coming out for that on Halloween with Mr. J. Vaders on my channel. Look forward to more thoughts.
Question 4. Favorite action movie?
Favorite action movie, probably Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Die Hard, the first one's also great. It's between those two. But in terms of story, characters, and action, T2 Judgment Day just delivered everything.
All right, and your final question from Technodrone is, if you were tied to a chair and forced to watch at gunpoint either the Emoji Movie or Superman 4 in repetition for a day, which one would you pick?
Ooh, this was a tough one, Technodrone. Oh my God. I would have to go with Superman 4. I know that's my least favorite movie of all time, But I'd rather sit through watching that movie a dozen times than the Emoji Movie. That'd just be torture. Shoot me right now. So I gotta go with Superman 4, because it's awful, but I know what I'm getting myself into.
Alright, and do you want to address some things from the chat?
Yes, the first one, Jack Benner just tuned in. Jack, thank you so much for tuning in, man. I will be answering your questions soon. Classic Fanboy also tuned in. I will be answering your questions. He said Last Jedi or Rogue One. I gotta go with Last Jedi. I know a lot of people don't like The Last Jedi, but in terms of a Star Wars movie, I thought Rian Johnson nailed it. I love Last Jedi. I'm one of the few people that do love it. Mason Roberts, how did you first meet Jay Vaders? I first met Jay Vaders a couple years ago in 2016. That's when him and I really started to chat with one another. I had him on Rotten or Fresh. He gave me a shout out in some of his videos as well. But our first couple of collaborations, we just really hit it off. Rotten or Fresh is where we started to grow our friendship. And ever since then, Jay and I have done 10 plus collabs, and it's going to continue therefore.
Alright, let's go to the next question submitted, then you can go back to more chat. You can do like 2 or 3 and then switch off.
Alright.
So your next set of questions comes from James Skinner.
Hey, what's up, James? Thanks for tuning in, man, and thank you for your questions.
His first question is favorite TV show.
Favorite TV show is Big Brother. Right now, the way Big Brother is structured is like Survivor, except you're in a house for 100 days and the winner gets $500,000. I just love the concept of the show. I love how intense it is, how fun it is. The fact that you can grow your social game, gain friends, as well as make a big career out of it. You're well known, and winning $500,000 is something that doesn't come very often. So it's a fun show. I really love Big Brother.
His next question is least favorite TV show.
South Park. I never got the love for South Park. I think it's a stupid show, but hey, don't come at me. I watched one episode. I didn't really like it, so I just don't dig it. So South Park.
And your last question from him is favorite cinema snack.
Popcorn. Buttered popcorn. I have it all the time. It's great, delicious. Even though I don't eat it all the time because I don't like to be a distraction for moviegoers, but buttered popcorn is the one I would go with.
Alright, and that was all of James's questions.
Okay, Logan Battles tuned in. What's up, Logan? I will be answering your question later on. Jack says, The Lion King is my favorite animated film and Disney movie. That's awesome. Chatterbox Reviews also tune in. Is there a chance that Bradley Cooper will win Best Director this year at the Oscars? I have no idea, man. It's going to be a tough race for the Oscars this year for Best Director. But I would not be surprised if he won, because he clearly crushed it with A Star is Born.
Alright, great. That's 3 things you addressed. We'll go to the next set of questions now. That is from our cousin, Patrick Preston.
Hey, Patrick, my cousin Patrick Preston. Thank you for your questions, buddy.
His first of 4 questions is celebrity crushes, which you've already listed.
Yes, I already answered those.
Number 2, favorite video game.
Favorite video game? This is a really tough question because I'm not a video game person like Cody is. I would say my favorite video game would have to be Super Smash Brothers or the Super Smash Brothers... Mario Kart. I really loved playing Mario Kart when I was a kid. I would say Mario Kart 8's my favorite.
Alright, question 3. Thoughts on Game of Thrones?
I have no thoughts on Game of Thrones because I've not seen Game of Thrones. I'm not a TV guy. I'm sorry to unfortunately say that, man, but I know it's one of the greatest TV shows of all time.
And his last question is, how was high school for you?
High school's great. I mean, it's been up and down, of course.
Well, you're not in high school anymore. You're making it sound like you are.
I'm not in high school, but I enjoyed high school when I was there for the band aspects. But school aspects was pretty boring, but definitely band was my favorite part of high school.
Alright, and that was all of Patrick's questions.
Alright, let's address the chat. We did get a couple people. I'm sorry.
Elijah Ruiz.
Elijah Reese, what did he say?
Did you check out Celebrity Big Brother?
I did not, because I'm not into Celebrity Big Brother like I am to regular Big Brother.
Classic Fanboy, favorite coming-of-age movie?
Favorite coming-of-age movie is, of course, Stand By Me. Love Stand By Me.
A couple of people tuning in that I'll address one more thing. Josh Hayes is here.
Hey, what's up, Josh? Thanks for tuning in, man.
Devin Pilgrim is here.
Hey, Devin, what's up, man?
And Chug Bugsy's here.
Hey, Chug, good to have you in here, man.
Devin Pilgrim.
And Devin, all right.
And one more question from Tim D. Do you think Jay will lose to Zach again by 1 goddamn %?
You never know. Like, both are really good at the game. And if when they face off again, it'll be really tough because either one of them can win this whole thing.
Yeah, we're not going to say who we want to win just because we're the hosts and we find that's unfair.
Yes, I agree.
All right.
All right, what are the next questions?
Next set of questions comes from someone who's in the chat, Jack Benner.
Jack Benner, thanks for your questions, man. I appreciate it.
His first question is, what's your favorite sports movie?
Favorite sports movie is The Sandlot. Of course, it's The Sandlot. A League of Their Own would also be one of my favorites. 42 as well, the Jackie Robinson movie, is extremely underrated with Chadwick Boseman and Harrison Ford. But The Sandlot, man, it's a classic. I love that film so much. It's everything that those kids did I wanted to do. It's just a classic story that I absolutely love, and it's one of the best films ever made.
Question 2. What editing software do you use?
I use a Sony Vegas Pro for editing software. I think it's a good editing software. Definitely not one of the top tier, but it gets the job done, what I need for my reviews. It looks great, and it works really well.
Last question. What's your favorite cartoon on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon?
Cartoon Network, I've not really seen much from that network. I can't think of one off the top of my head for that. But for Nickelodeon's, it's of course SpongeBob, because who doesn't love SpongeBob? I've seen almost every single episode. SpongeBob's just classic. I remember so many lines from that show, and yeah, SpongeBob is definitely my favorite for Nickelodeon.
Alright, let's address some of the chat. Did you see Searching?
I did see Searchin'. I didn't do a review for Searchin', but Searchin's one of my favorite films this year. It's fantastic. It's highly underrated. John Cho gives one of the most underrated performances this year. It's Gone Girl meets Prisoners mixed into one. If you haven't seen Searchin', guys, please watch it. It's fantastic.
Chug Bugsy, what movie do you regret watching the most?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. I would say I regret... Probably Suicide Squad, just because I hate that movie now. I feel it's unnecessary to rewatch it multiple times. So I'll go with Suicide Squad. It's awful.
And speaking of Suicide Squad, Josh Haynes, what are your thoughts on James Gunn doing Suicide Squad 2?
It's great. Like, that is the smartest decision Warner Brothers has done. Since Marvel fired James Gunn, they brought him on for Suicide Squad 2. I think he can make that film extremely funny. And possibly Dave Bautista as well is joining it. So, yeah, will it be good? Who knows? But you got a guy like James Gunn in there. It's only going to make things better.
All right, let's go to our next set of questions that were submitted to you. And it's from FilmBuff06.
Thank you, FilmBuff06. I know you asked a lot of questions, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, he asked 12 questions. So let's get started. Question 1. What is your worst experience at the theater?
I have 2 because someone asked this as well. The first one is at Lights Out. Lights Out was one of my favorite horror films of 2016. And some guy brought in his flashlight. He used his phone to look for his seat for a good 5 minutes. It was like halfway into the movie. This was halfway into the film that this guy was looking for his seat. He was so late, and he was looking for his seat, and people were like, turn off your freaking phone, dude. Like, seriously? First of all, I know you're trying to find your seat, but turn off your damn phone. You're distracting everybody from watching the movie. So, that's definitely one of my worst experiences. And I have another really bad one. I know someone asked that, so I'll keep it for that.
Question 2. What are you looking forward to the most from the upcoming Joker origin movie with Joaquin Phoenix next year?
Just the backstory of the Joker, especially. It's going to be a dive telling of Arthur and Joaquin Phoenix. He's one of the best actors working today. Like, I can't think of any other actor to do it very well like he can. He's one of the best actors, and he looks menacing. He looks creepy as hell. He looks like Heath Ledger's brother. Like, it looks really cool. I'm very interested to see how this new film is going to dive into the origins and be kind of a comedy.
Question 3. Who is your favorite horror villain and why?
Michael Myers, I would say, just because of the fact you don't know anything much about him except he kills his sister. Like, I love horror villains where you don't know anything about them. That makes them incredibly scary. Like, Freddy Krueger is a dream monster that invades your nightmares. Like Michael Myers, just how stale he is and how murderous of a villain he is. I resonate more with that.
Question 4. Who inspired you to want to become an online movie critic?
Definitely Chris Stuckman, Jeremy Johns, the Schmoes Know, the pioneers of movie reviewers on YouTube. All three of those guys, mainly Stuckman, just their words, their inspiration, and their passion for film is what made me want to do movie reviews. And yeah, those three definitely.
Question 5. Who would you say is your least favorite Disney villain and why?
Least favorite Disney villain. There's so many to think of. The one in Pocahontas was really bad. That was the one I forgot their name. That's how bad they were. Also, the villain in Mulan was extremely forgettable as well. Those two right there, when you talk about Disney villains, you should remember their names. And the fact that I don't remember their names makes me want to put them as my least favorite Disney villain.
Question 6. Thoughts on The Simpsons, Family Guy, and American Dad?
I have no thoughts on American Dad, haven't seen it. Simpsons, I think I've seen a few minutes of it. I wasn't really into it, but Family Guy is one of my favorite shows. I love Family Guy. It's really funny. I do impressions of Family Guy all the time. I think it's funny. Seth MacFarlane is one of the funniest comedians. And all those characters, Peter, Lois, Stewie. It's such a great show. I love Family Guy. I love so many episodes. So, yeah, it's great.
Alright, we're halfway through his questions, so we'll take a break to address the chat.
Sounds good.
Classic Fanboy, most overrated movie?
Probably Birdman. I think that's one of the most overrated films this decade.
Logan Battles. When's the next episode on Rotten or Fresh? I'm so excited.
The episode is done and rendered, so it'll be up probably tomorrow or Monday, so look forward to it. It's going to be epic.
It's not rendered, but it's done.
Okay.
Question 3 here. Driscoll Bros. Are you excited for the new animated Grinch movie?
No. Next.
You got Samuel One World in here.
Hey, Sammy. How's it going, man? Thanks for tuning in.
You got Pork Reviews in here as well.
What's up, Pork?
And last question. We'll go to the next ones after. What happened to future filmmaker, says Chug Bugsky.
I don't know. I've reached out to the guy to try to be on Rotten or Fresh against Zach Pope. He hasn't responded. I hope he's okay. I hope he's happy and all that, but I don't know how he's doing or what he's doing, so.
Alright, question 7, continuing on with Film Buff 06. Who would you say is your favorite Bond villain and why?
Definitely Raul Silva, Javier Bardem in Skyfall. Just how menacing he is, how intimidating he is. His introduction, just him monologuing about rats, is something very creative. And just how smart this dude is. How he outsmarts James Bond so many times, setting up booby traps and all that. Blowing up his car in his house. That's a damn great villain. So definitely Silva.
Question 8. If you were to become a superhero for just one day, what superpower would you like to have?
I would love to have the power where you can travel to your destination without having to drive a car. That would definitely be the one. Kind of like what Thanos has with the Infinity Gauntlet. He can transform.
So teleportation?
Teleportation, that would be a good one. Super strength, visibility.
Well, you have to pick one.
I'll do teleportation.
Okay, question 9. Name 1 or 2 movies you do not want to be remade.
1 or 2 movies I don't want to be remade. Shawshank Redemption and The Breakfast Club. Those are ones being talked about, and I don't want them to be touched even at all. And Back to the Future trilogy.
I don't blame you. Question 10. What is your favorite lightsaber duel in any of the Star Wars movies and why?
My favorite is the final showdown in Empire Strikes Back between Darth Vader and Luke. Why? Because it has the greatest movie twist of all time, I'm Your Father, and just the sound effects, John Williams' score, all that combines epicness and what I loved about Empire.
Question 11. Thoughts on the Batman animated series?
I have no thoughts because I haven't seen it. Sorry, man.
Question 12, his last question. Who is your favorite Universal monster and why?
I go with Dracula. I have a soft spot for Frankenstein and the creature from the Black Lagoon. Just how intimidating Dracula is and how cool he is. And yeah, he's the classic of all classic monsters.
Alright, thank you for your questions.
Thank you for your questions, Film Buff. I greatly appreciate it, man.
Okay, let's go to the chat here. Elijah Ruiz. Aside from movie reviewers, what is your favorite YouTuber that's not movies related? Just to name a few.
I like to watch Competitive Eaters. I like to watch Matt Stoney. He's definitely the classic of all of them. I like to watch Markiplier sometimes. But besides movie reviewers are really only YouTubers I watch. Matt Stoney, just a couple. But yeah, those are the only ones I can think of.
Pork Reviews. Do you think the Avengers 4 trailer will be put on 23 minutes and 59 seconds on New Year's Eve?
I believe so. I think it will come before New Year's Eve. Even before that, Marvel is known to completely surprise us. And yeah, I think it will be less than 2 minutes. Like, we don't want to see a whole lot the first trailer, but the second one is where we want to see a lot.
A couple of people have joined in. Scott Sullivan and Chandler are both here.
What up, Scott and Chandler? Good to see you both in here.
One more question, then we'll go to the next set of questions. Mason Roberts, most underrated and overrated animated Disney film.
Most overrated Disney movie is Frozen, and most underrated Disney movie would have to be Tangled.
Okay. Up next is Classic Fanboy.
Classic Fanboy, thank you for submitting your questions, man.
He has
if
16.
You're still here.
He has 16 questions.
That's a lot. Wow.
Okay.
Man, what are those 16 questions?
16 questions. We'll take a break in between.
All right.
At 8.
8.
Number 1, favorite Nolan movies.
Favorite Nolan movies are The Dark Knight trilogy, Inception, and Interstellar.
Number 2, favorite comic book villain death.
Favorite comic book movie villain death would probably have to be... This is a tough question. I mean, Green Goblin had a brutal death. So yeah, Green Goblin. I'm going to go with him because his glider impales him. Like, that's shocking to me. That scarred me for life in the theater. And that scared me. So I'm going to go with Green Goblin.
Question 3. Thoughts on Watch Mojo naming Hereditary the best movie of the year?
That's not my pick, but I can see why. It's one of the best horror films this year.
Question 4, kind of already answered it. Most overrated movies.
Birdman and Dunkirk would be my picks for the 2 most overrated films this decade.
Question 5, favorite Best Picture winner.
Favorite Best Picture winner would have to be... Man, this is tough. Probably The Departed, because it's the most well-deserved out of all of them, out of my favorite movies. I would have loved if Whiplash won Best Picture in 2014. And yeah, I think the most deserving I've seen in a while is definitely The Departed.
Question 6, favorite Lord of the Rings movie.
Great question. I can't answer it because I haven't seen any of the movies. But I will be reviewing those coming up with Zach Pope and Jay Vaders. And then I will tell you my favorite. Who asked that?
Classic
Fanboy. So look out for those reviews, Classic Fanboy.
Question 7. Favorite moment in The Last Jedi?
My favorite moment in The Last Jedi is definitely the lightsaber battle in the throne room with Rey, Kylo Ren, and the Prematorium guards. Like, that's one of the best lightsaber duels in any Star Wars film. Spoiler alert, Snoke's death, completely unexpected, did not see that coming. And just that whole entire battle was totally epic and awesome.
Question 8. Favorite moment in Infinity War?
Definitely when Thor enters Wakanda and says, "Bring me Thanos!" Come on, that's everyone's favorite moment. Yeah, that would be my pick.
Alright, let's take a break from Classic Fanboys questions. Patrick Preston's here. You are late.
Patrick, you are late, but we did answer your questions. Thank you, Patrick.
Josh Haynes mentioned he's a small movie reviewer on YouTube, and he started his channel last month. If you're looking for people on Rotten or Fresh, definitely think of me.
Yes, we will definitely write your name down, Josh. Thank you for letting us know, man, and we appreciate you love the show.
Driscoll Bros, do you watch the Flash TV show?
I don't watch the Flash TV show. Again, I don't watch TV shows. I don't really have the time, but out of all those are ones I definitely want to watch.
Park Reviews, do you have any horror movies to watch on Halloween night?
The original Halloween by John Carpenter, The Shining, and the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, a couple of them. Those classic slashers are ones I definitely would want to watch on Halloween.
Chud Budsky, who is the most generic villain in a film?
Well, the most generic villain, oh god, definitely Malekith. Out of all the villains you could definitely make that's generic, Malekith is the definition of the most generic villain ever made.
And Scott Sullivan, what are you going to see? When are you going to see Beautiful Boy?
When it comes near me, it's not playing near me at all. It's a limited release. I definitely want to see it. Timothy Chalamet, Steve Carell are getting Oscar talk, and I love both of those actors.
All right, let's go back to Classic Fanboys questions. Question 9. What is a video you gave a movie a rating you now disagree with?
Suicide Squad. I gave it a 4 out of 5. And that's because I really enjoyed the movie on first watch. And now it would probably be a 1 out of 5. That's how bad the movie has gotten for me the more times I've watched it. Another one would probably be... I can't think of any.
Question 10. An opinion of Stuckman or the Schmoes on a film you completely disagree with?
Oh, God. There's definitely some... Mark Ellis said that, John Krasinski's 13 Hours, he gave that a 5 out of 5 stars. Are you freaking kidding me? I enjoyed 13 Hours. It's a good movie, but not a 5 out of 5 in my opinion. But Chris Stuckman, lately, his reviews, they're good, but I think he's being a little too harsh on movies as of recently. Halloween 2018, the guy gave it a C, or a C minus. And I think he's a little too harsh on the movie. I think it's great, and it's a great return to the franchise. And I would definitely give it a 4.5 out of 5. But another one as of recently is First Man. I was expecting 5 out of 5 for sure. But again, some things I disagreed, but it's his opinion. But those are ones I can think of off the top of my head.
Alright, question 11. Top 5 superhero movies.
I did do a video on top 10 superhero movies, if you want to check that out. The 5 that come to the top of my head are the Dark Knight trilogy, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. I can't think of them off the top of my head because it's on the spot, man. But if you want to check that video out, it is on my channel. I did that with Cedric Purcell, man.
Zach Pope and Angel C are both here.
Zach, the Deadpool Pope, what is going on? And Angel, thank you so much for tuning in as well, man.
Question 12. Favorite romance movie?
Titanic, definitely. It's the movie I've seen the most times out of any romance movie. But I'm also going to go with The Big Sick. I think The Big Sick's one of the best romantic comedies I've seen in a long time. That was a damn great one. So those two are definitely my favorite romance movies.
Question 13. Underrated movie?
Most underrated movie, definitely The Accountant. More people should be talking about The Accountant because it's one of my favorite movies I've seen this decade. It's that good. And Ben Affleck is so damn good in that movie, and more people should talk about it. And see.
Question 14. Most disappointing movie of 2017?
Oh, God. There's so many I could think of off the top of my head. Dunkirk, for me, was kind of disappointing. Just because I was expecting more of a story to it, but it just had pretty much of a plain story and didn't much character development. And I know some people couldn't care less about it. They really enjoyed the experience of it. I just didn't love the movie. I loved the technical stuff of it. I just was kind of experiencing more. Wanted more.
You have Sean PVS, 101 Incredibles fanboy.
Thanks for tuning in, Sean. How you doing, man?
Let's see here. Question 15. Favorite Tom Cruise movie?
Favorite Tom Cruise movie would have to be Collateral. What else needs to be said? Collateral, it's one of his best roles. He should do more villain roles. He's damn good in that movie. And it's fantastic. If you haven't seen Collateral, what are you doing?
And last question from Classic is favorite gangster movie?
The Departed, one of my favorite movies of all time. It's fantastic. One of the best remakes ever made, period. It's damn great.
Alright, let's see here. Patrick, that was already answered. Logan Battles, favorite Steven Spielberg movie?
My favorite Spielberg movie is... oh, man. Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park's definitely my favorite. Out of all childhood nostalgia and 90s classic, it's definitely Jurassic Park for me. Raiders is so close, but Jurassic Park is childhood.
Mason Roberts, general thoughts on Frozen and Tangled and how many stars?
Frozen is the most overrated Disney movie of all time. It gets a 3 out of 5 stars. It's not a bad movie, just extremely overrated. And What was the other one?
Tangled.
Tangled's extremely underrated. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I think it's great. I enjoyed the characters. Zachary Levi is hilarious. It's great. I love it.
Zach Pope, do you like big butts and cannot lie?
Absolutely, man.
Scott Sullivan, will you watch the extended Lord of the Rings movies?
Oh my god, man. I want to watch the theatrical versions first. That's what John from the Real Talk told me. He told me to watch the theatrical versions first, then get to the extended edition. So, don't make me sit and watch 12 hours, man.
You have Darth Vader the boss in here. You have...
What's up, Darth Vader? I will be getting to your question soon, man.
And the Jose critic as well.
What's up, Jose?
We will do one more question. Josh Haynes, are you excited for Widows?
Oh, yes! So excited for Widows. That looks so great. Steve McQueen directed 12 Years a Slave. Fantastic film. Watch that. Extremely depressing. Looks great. Can't wait for it.
All right, next set of questions is from the Movie Man.
Well, thank you for your question, Movie Man.
He did ask one, and what does your entertainment center look like?
I can't show you right now because I'm not in it, man, but it's in my bedroom. It's got posters behind me. You've seen in the background. Blu-ray. Got a bunch of Blu-rays there. And maybe I'll do a studio tour in the future. We'll see. We'll see.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you for your question, though, man.
Mason Roberts is up next.
Who's next?
Mason Roberts.
Mason, we're up to you next. Thank you for your questions, Mason.
Question 1. Favorite movie?
The Empire Strikes Back, as I said many times.
Question 2. Favorite animated movie?
Well, I already answered it. The Lion King.
Worst favorite movie?
Worst movie is Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, or The Quest for Shit.
Question 4. Worst favorite animated movie?
The Emoji Movie. The Emoji Movie.
All right. Favorite and worst movie of this year? We don't want to give that away.
I don't want to give it away. But thank you for asking that.
And his last question for you is state and city you live in.
Not city, but I do live in Massachusetts.
We live in Massachusetts. Thank you for your question.
Thank you for your questions, Mason. I appreciate it, buddy. All right, let's go to
Zach
the
Pope
chat.
said, I'm with you, Ryan. Suicide Squad gave it a B, and I watched it. I'd probably put it at a C- right now.
It's really bad.
Chug said, are you going to see Suspiria?
I will be seeing it soon, man. I just got to find a day and time.
Angel C, has Cody started to see Star Wars yet?
Not yet. Next year.
Sean PBS is saying, hello, hello, hello.
Hello, Sean. Hello, Sean.
Logan Battles, most underrated MCU movie.
Most underrated MCU movie. That's a fantastic question, man. Probably Ant-Man, just because of how much shit it did at the box office. Like, more people should have seen Ant-Man. It's great. It's fantastic. And yeah, I love it. And First Avenger for me is my personal favorite because it's one of the best in the franchise, honestly. Even though Winter Soldier and Civil War are better, like, it's a damn great war movie.
Sean PBS just said you're incredible.
Thank you. No pun intended.
And let's see, Zach Pope said The Accountant was so damn good. Same with The Nice Guys.
Yes, The Nice Guys as well is underrated.
And Angel C said, thanks, Ryan. It's great to see you and Cody. Sorry I haven't been active. I've been watching movies in theaters.
That's totally fine, man. Watch as much movies as you can.
All right. Let's go to the next set of questions. That is from our good friend Mick Rock Movie Reviews.
Mick Rock, thank you so much for your questions, man.
Question 1. He asked 3. What made you start the Rotten or Fresh game show? How did it come about?
So how we came about with Rotten or Fresh, Cody was the one that brought up the idea of doing the game show in form of Rotten Tomatoes. The Movie Trivia Schmodown is the biggest inspiration, as well as Masters Movie Trivia that I competed on Sean Chandler's channel. Just combining both of those shows together, making Rotten or Fresh. Cody came up with the Rotten Tomatoes, and I came up with the title, Rotten or Fresh. And from there on, we've just created the show, and everyone's loved it. It's gained a huge cult following. And we just continued on season through season. We absolutely love it. You guys absolutely love it. And that's why we continue to do it. And it's great.
And I think I also want to add something to that
Sure,
I think you're missing completely is the fact that, yes, you do movie reviews, but I think one big thing is you wanted to make your channel a little different than other people.
Exactly.
So having a game show and having it being active and having people enjoy it, I think is what makes you stand out and makes your channel just a little bit different.
I completely agree with that, Cody. I'm glad that you brought up that point.
Question 2. What was the worst movie experience you had at the theater?
So this is the second part. I answered the lights out part. The other one is Don't Breathe. Bad movie theater experiences always happen at horror movies. What do you expect? It was at Don't Breathe. These two grown men, they were talking out loud at every single scene in that movie. Especially the turkey baster scene. They were just screaming. They were like, no, screw that. Every single time, every single scene. Like, I want to watch a movie. Can you just shut up?
Alright, and the final question from Mick Rock is, what was the first film you saw at the theaters?
The first film I saw at the theaters was probably A Bug's Life or Toy Story 2, definitely, because I was born in 1995, didn't see Toy Story or Lion King in theaters. One of those two.
Alright, thank you, Mick Rock.
Thank you, Mick Rock, for some great questions.
Let's see, Darth Vader the Boss. Have you seen the film Les Mis, the one with Hugh Jackman? I was personally really disappointed.
Don't think I have, actually.
Driscoll Bros, I dare you to watch the Emoji Movie again.
No. Oh,
God.
Do you really want me to torture myself again?
The Jose Critic is in here. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Ryan, you and I share the same director favorite, Angel said.
What was that?
Steven Spielberg, I'm guessing?
Oh, Spielberg, of course.
Jack Benner, how do you feel about Wonder Woman's 1984 being delayed to 2020?
I think it's the smartest decision, simply because they're trying to make it better and greater. Like, take as much time as you can. I just want a great movie. That's all I ask, DC.
Lego Boy Master's in here.
Lego Boy Master, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in.
Let's see here. We'll get to maybe one more question. What are your thoughts on the cast for Knives Out, Rian Johnson's new film?
What was the question again?
Rian Johnson's new film.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, you should. I saw it. How did I see it and you didn't?
I was at work.
I'll
have to check that out.
And last one, then we'll go to another question. Darth Vader the Boss. How much money do you think Aquaman will make opening weekend?
It's going to make a lot. It's a DC movie. I'm projecting 95 million. If the reception's good, I'm going to go with 110 million.
All right, next question is from Amari Point.
Thank you, Amari. Thank you for your awesome question, man.
And he asked, how hard did you cry at the end of Infinity War?
I didn't cry. I was just shocked. Just shocked. The whole entire scene of what I was watching. Like, so many people around me were crying. I was just shocked the whole entire scene. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But more times I did cry.
Thank you, Amari.
Thanks, Amari.
Next up is Hockey Guy 1. He did ask a lot of questions.
Thank you, Hockey Guy. I appreciate it, man.
Let's address a couple more in the chat first. Patrick Preston, least favorite celebrity, someone you hate.
Oh, God. Kim Kardashian's one.
That's one.
Donald Trump.
Angel C, thoughts on Moonlight?
Moonlight, fantastic A24 film. Depressing, really great, very good by Barry Jenkins. Great film.
Julie Madden is here.
Hi, Julie Madden. Thanks for tuning in.
Lego Boy, congrats you on 1,500 subs.
Thank you, Lego Boy. I appreciate it, man.
Chug said if Cody's favorite Star Wars movie is Attack of the Clones, he'll go apeshit.
I agree. I will go apeshit as well.
And Josh Haynes, what tips would you give someone just starting YouTube?
Well, this was a discussion that Adam Daly brought up in his past live stream, but I agree with what all those guys said. Definitely be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else, like copy, like Stuckman and all of them. Just be yourself. Have fun doing it. Don't be depressed doing it, because what's the point of doing it? Like, be happy. Be yourself as well. And also, if you're... And this is something Zach brought up that I completely agree with, like, your comment section. Chat. Communicate with your fan base, because that's the one that's growing your channel. Like, if you have under 100 comments, there's no excuse for you not to reply back. Be active, respond to your comments, talk to people. Go on other people's channels, comment on their videos, and they'll come watch your videos. Like, don't force them to watch your videos, like saying, watch my video. I'm not going to watch your video if you type that. Like, be nice, be active, be yourself, and have fun. Those are definitely the best tips I can give you.
I think that's good advice. Before we go on, let's just see here. Nobody new has joined. Okay, Harky Guy, his first question is, what's your favorite actor and actress?
My favorite actor is Hugh Jackman, and my favorite actress as of right now is Margot Robbie. I'm not even kidding. Like, she's fantastic.
Question 2, who's your favorite director?
Steven Spielberg as of right now, but up and coming, Denis Villeneuve and Damien Chazelle. They're damn good.
Question 3, what's your favorite movie of all time?
The Empire Strikes Back.
Question 4, what's your favorite Spielberg film?
Jurassic Park, Raiders of the Lost Ark, like those films are tied.
You gotta pick one.
Jurassic Park.
Question 5, are you excited for X-Men Dark Phoenix?
I'm excited for it, but I'm a little worried about it because I didn't love the teaser trailer. Like, it looks like a complete rehash of Last Stand. I'm just hoping it's great. Like, the trailer just was very vague. Like, I want more.
Gotcha. And actually, Hockey only had 6 questions. His last one for you is, what do you do outside of YouTube?
I work as a bagger and a grocery cart guy, and I also watch football as well and basketball, do all those things outside of YouTube and all that. And as well, just talk to friends as well, other than movies. All those things I do outside of YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you for your awesome questions, Hockey Guy. Alright, what do we got in the chat?
Lego Boy said he dares you to watch Fant 4-Stick.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Logan Battles, what film did you think was going to be terrible and it turned out good?
Oh, that's a great question. I definitely thought Power Rangers. I thought Power Rangers was going to be shit, awful, and that was totally a surprise. Didn't see that coming. I didn't expect anything from 8th grade this year. I thought it looked bad, and it was great. One of my favorites this year.
Lego Boy, are you a SpongeBob fan?
I answered that earlier. I'm the biggest SpongeBob fan. I love SpongeBob.
Elijah Ruiz, for requests for contestants for Rotten or Fresh, horrible reviews and off-the-shelves reviews. Really underrated reviewers, and I think you'll like their videos.
I'll look up their channels.
And Driscoll Bros, what happened to Almost Sideways' channel?
Almost Sideways, Adam deleted the Almost Sideways channel, and he created a new one, Adam Daily Live, because of personal stuff in his life. He's back. Adam's back, guys. He posted his new Adam Daily Live show with Zach Pope, Cody Curtis, and Rudy. And it's a fun podcast, guys. Go check it out. Adam is back, but the Almost Sideways channel he deleted.
And Men vs. Movies is here.
Hey Griffin, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in, buddy. How you doing today?
Let's see here. Let's go to the next set of questions, and it comes from a very popular fan of Rotten or Fresh, Half-Cocked.
Half-Cocked, Daniel from Half-Cocked. Thanks for tuning in, man. How you doing?
His questions for you are, number 1, New York or Chicago-style pizza?
Chicago. I love deep dish pizza. I've had it once before. Look, it tastes really good. Haven't had New York pizza yet, but definitely Chicago.
Alright, question 2. Where do you see your channel in 5 years?
I see my channel hopefully grown up to 10,000 subscribers by then, growing my channel, doing Rotten or Fresh still, and doing ranking videos and continuing to grow my channel from here on forth. I would definitely love to see myself as a member of the press in 5 years. Like, that would be fantastic and awesome.
Question 3. His last question for you. You're locked in a coffin with...
This is a funny one.
You're locked in a coffin. The cops can't get to you for 12 hours. Luckily, a Blu-ray player is wired inside. You have one movie to watch. What is it?
Blade Runner 2049. Like, I would watch that film all day.
You'd watch it over and over again?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel, for those creative questions, man.
Let's see here. Inside Out fan is here.
Hey, Inside Out. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll get to you a little bit later on.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Patrick Preston, favorite Reese Witherspoon movie?
Walk the Line. That seems to be the more classic one.
Okay. Angel C, favorite movie food?
Favorite movie food? Definitely one of the Harry Potter foods. Bertie Bott's Every Flavored Beans. chocolate frogs, like all those Harry Potter foods I would definitely would want to eat. The Ratatouille dish in Ratatouille, like all those ones look so damn good.
Go Dodgers. Get ready, Ryan, says Darth Vader.
We're going to whoop your ass. We're
Josh
coming.
Haynes. What is your most anticipated movie of 2019? And it can't be any Marvel movie or Star Wars Episode 9.
I was glad you asked that because it would be Glass. Like Glass, all the trailers look magnificent, and M. Night Shyamalan, he's come back, and Bruce Willis, Samuel Jackson, and James McAvoy. I've been dreaming to see those three guys together after Glass's split, after Split and Unbreakable, and it's just, I'm so damn excited for Glass.
I thought it was going to be How to Train Your Dragon.
That's another one, but Glass looks so damn good.
Lego Boy, who's the better director? You gotta pick one. James Mangold or Bryan Singer?
James Mangold, definitely.
What score do you think you'll give Bohemian Rhapsody?
I can't project because I don't like to predict things going into movies, but it looks great. Maybe 4 out of 5, 4.5. We'll see.
Okay, we'll get to the next questions in the chat in a sec.
Okay.
Up next, you have 3 questions from Jay Vaders.
Jay, 1% Vaders. Thank you, Jay, for those questions.
Question 1. What's a movie that grosses you out?
Oh, man, so many. The Thing, The Exorcist disgusts me. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, that scene with the pumpkin. Oh, definitely those 3.
Question 2. Favorite childhood TV show?
SpongeBob, man. SpongeBob.
And question 3 from Jay Vaders is favorite collab we did together.
Oh, God, Jay. Like, that's a hard pick. Like, there's so many great ones we did together. The top 10 movie openings is one of my favorites. The Big Brother one was freaking hilarious. And the Halloween one. Like, I would have to go with the movie openings. Like, all the jokes we did and how much fun we had making that. And how creative it was. And I really enjoyed that one. That's my favorite.
All right. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
We'll go to one more question here that was asked that were sent in. Alex Foster Reviews has a question for
Yes,
you.
thank you for your question, Alex.
He says, how do you be more confident in front of a camera?
Well, it takes experience, man, because I was really awkward and kind of shy being in front of the camera the first time.
Go back and watch Ryan's older videos.
Yeah, watch my review for The Revenant. Cringe. Oh my god.
Maybe you'll react to that at some point.
Yeah, when I reach 2,000 subscribers, I'll probably react to my first couple of videos for you guys. Like, oh my god, it's so cringe. Yeah, it takes a while to get used to, man. The more videos you make, the more comfortable you are in front of the camera. You feel like you're talking to somebody, like I do now. You get used to it.
All right, thank you, Alex.
Thank you for that question, Alex.
Men vs. Movies says, congrats on 1,500, man. What are your future goals and aspirations? Not just like for the channel, but for yourself as well. Do you want to make films, etc.?
I would love to make films. Like, honestly, be a director, that'd be awesome. Be a member of the press like you, Griffin. Like, all these things I love for the channel in the future. Make myself well known like Stuckman, all these people, and just continue to grow from there. Move out to LA, New York, be a part of these big cities. Meet you guys in person. That's what I want to do, Griffin, Zach. Maybe at the Schmodown Live next year, meet up in person. Those things, man, definitely.
But what do you tell me all the time that you want to do at the end of the day?
Just
like, where would you want to work? You tell me all the time.
Collider, Screen Junkies, those two would love to work there. Like, be known, meet all those people.
Okay.
Thank you for that question, Griffin.
An Inside Out fan, which is better, Last Jedi or Infinity War?
Infinity War, really?
If you could be in any Marvel and DC hero, who would it be? Says Lego Boy.
What was the question?
If you could be any Marvel or DC hero, who would it be? And DC hero, so both.
Alright, Marvel hero, I would be Captain America. DC hero, I would be Batman.
Alright. Superman or Batman?
Batman.
Driscoll Bros, do you watch Durbania?
I do watch Durbania. Durbin is awesome, guys. Go check out his channel. He's such a great personality. He has a lot of great videos. I love his theological analysis videos. Those are my favorite.
Yep, it's Howard is in here.
Yep, it's Howard. Thanks for tuning in, man.
You might have some other new people in here as well. No, I don't see anybody else that's new. Let's see here. Some people have said they found Blade Runner to be overrated.
Which one, the original or 2049?
2049, Ryan.
I respect your opinion.
Let's see here. And Angel C. Have you seen the Godfather trilogy?
No, I have not. That's a problem.
Yeah, it is a problem. Let's see here. Next questions come from a good friend of yours, Harry Thomas.
Thank you, Harry, for your awesome questions, which I read.
Alright, Harry Thomas's first question is, what are your thoughts on the direct-to-VHS/DVD sequels to Lion King? Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, and Lion King 1.5.
Lion King 2, Simba's Pride is extremely underrated. I love that film so much. Not better than the first one, but I think it's great. Like, I love all the songs, the story. It's just dark, man, just like the original. And Lion King 1.5, it's not bad. It's just okay, enjoyable.
Alright, question 2 from Harry Thomas is, favorite HTTYD? What is that?
How to Train Your Dragon character.
Who's your favorite How to Train Your Dragon character?
Toothless. Definitely Toothless. I love Stoic and I love Hiccup as well, but Toothless, man. He's the GOAT. So cute.
Alright, and his final question for you is, will you continue Harry Potter?
Yeah, this was the question you've asked before, Harry, but yeah, I have continued Harry Potter, and Half-Blood Prince is coming out very soon.
Okay, back to the chat. Thank you, Harry.
Thank you, Harry.
Question from Chug is, favorite movie sex scene? Yikes.
Yikes. I don't want to answer that. I don't want to get copyrighted.
You can plead the fifth. There you go. Angel C, most awkward movie you saw with your family?
Oh man, what was the one that was extremely awkward? Oh man, if I could think of it off the top of my head, I'll tell you what it was.
Lego Boy Master, if you could meet any movie director, who would it be?
Steven Spielberg, of course.
Let's see here.
Denis Villeneuve, Damien Chazelle, I'd love to meet those guys as well.
Ben versus Movie said, hell yes, dude.
Yes, make that happen.
Patrick Preston said, do you know a YouTuber named Ralph the Movie Maker?
I do. I heard he's from Boston, and I've seen a couple of his videos. My buddy Cedric showed me him. He's freaking hilarious, dude.
Let's see here. A lot of people said they'd like to meet you.
Yeah, I'd love to meet you guys as well.
Let's see. Angel C. Oh, sorry. Driscoll Boys, DC or Marvel?
Marvel.
Angel C. Who will you cast in your feature movies?
In
your future movies?
Ryan Gosling and Ryan Reynolds, because they're both named Ryan.
Alright, fair enough. Stick with the Ryans. Your next set of questions, and there's a good amount of them. There is a total of 9, and it's from Darth Vader the Boss, who's here.
Thank you for your 9 questions, Darth Vader. You are here.
Darth Vader's questions are, how much do you think Halloween will make opening weekend?
Well, it's made $77.5 million. I projected it would make 84, but it made 77, so I was expecting a little bit more, but still, that's great numbers.
Question 2, favorite TV show growing up?
SpongeBob. As I said before, it's great.
Question 3, what do you like to do besides YouTube and watching movies?
I've answered this before. I like to eat. I like to watch sports. I like to watch other YouTubers, my good buddies, and some other stuff. I like to sleep as well, because we need sleep and napping.
Question 4, you're on a deserted island, and you're stranded and alone, no Wi-Fi, no cell phone service, but you have a DVD player, and you're only allowed to bring one movie. No music, no MCU, Star Wars, or Terminator.
Oh God, I wrote. I can't pick any one of those. I would go with The Shawshank Redemption, because that's also one of my favorite movies, or Whiplash. Oh, damn. I'm gonna go with Shawshank Redemption, because who wouldn't? Because I'm on a stranded island, and the movie ends on a stranded island. Why not?
Really? Okay.
Come on, that ending's so damn good.
Question 5. What were your grades like in school, and your favorite subject in school was what?
My grades were okay. They're pretty good. Not A+ range, but I did fine. I graduated. My favorite subject in school was band. Band all day, bitches.
But if you had to pick like a actual
English.
English.
I'll go with English.
Let's see. Who was your favorite teacher? You gonna shout out your favorite teacher?
Shout out to Eric Laprade and Katie Holmes, my 2 favorite teachers.
Let's see here.
And Adam Shackleton as well, my other band teacher.
Question 7. Do you think a PG-13 cut of Deadpool 2 could work?
No. Deadpool is R, man. It's gotta be rated R. Like, that's just offensive to the character. Like, it wouldn't work. If Disney seriously does a PG-13 Deadpool movie, just screw it. No.
I love this question coming up next because it's like, you're not saying what your favorite movies of the year are, but the question is, what movies would you like to nominate for Best Picture this year?
I got some, definitely. If I was in charge of the Oscars, if I was on the panel, I would nominate First Man for Best Picture. I would nominate Mission Impossible Fallout, Avengers Infinity War, A Quiet Place, A Star is Born. What was the other ones? Incredibles 2, Black Panther, which I definitely think Black Panther will get a Best Picture nomination because of the color thing.
That's a good list, Ryan.
Those ones. I don't want to give away my full top 10 list.
And his last question for you is, how do you usually spend Halloween?
I'm working. I probably am working on Halloween night, unfortunately. I definitely don't go out trick-or-treating. Just wait for trick-or-treaters. If they don't show up, me and Cody eat all the candy to ourselves, and my dad, Kevin.
And you'll probably watch a movie.
Yeah, watch movies. Why not?
There you go. Thank you, Vader.
Thank you for those questions, Darth Vader.
Let's see here. Angel C, biggest loss of the year so far. Are you talking about, like, deaths?
Deaths? Are you talking about that, Angel? If you are talking about losses, the biggest loss is, who died this year? The biggest loss was definitely, John Schnepp. Because the voice he was in this community, his personality, was really sad. Definitely John Schnepp.
Lego Boy Master, what movies are better, Shrek or Kung Fu Panda?
Oh, God, which movies? Kung Fu Panda. Like, all 3 of them are great. One Shrek movie is not that great.
Driscoll Bros, are you excited for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
I'm really excited for it now. Like, all the trailers for it have been really good, and Miles Morales, the animation, I'm totally excited for that movie.
Patrick Preston, you have to pick one, Margot Robbie or Gal Gadot?
Gal Gadot.
Favorite film from the golden age of Hollywood is Angel C.
Favorite what?
Favorite film from the golden age of Hollywood.
Oh, God. Oh, man. There's so many to think of. I can't think of one right now.
Logan Battles, which NBA team are you a fan of?
Which NBA what?
Team are you a fan of?
The Celtics.
Yeah, you better say the Celtics. They're on right now.
We're watching the Celtics play the Pistons.
Let's see. We'll go to the next set of questions now. Let's see here. The next set of questions comes from Logan Battles.
Logan Battles, thanks for your question, man.
Who is here? His question is, what movie made you start doing movie reviews?
Like all my favorite movies of all time. Whiplash, The Lion King, The Dark Knight trilogy. Those 3 films, I wanted to talk about them to other people. And it's what made me want to start doing more movie reviews, because how awesome it was.
All right. Thank you, Logan.
Thank you, Logan.
Up next, 2 questions from Peshkul Talks.
Peshkul Talks, thanks for your questions, Ashley.
His first question is, what would you want to see? Would you want to see Deadpool in the MCU, and do you think it could work?
Yes, I think it could work. If they use the R rating, be true to the character, it could definitely be freaking hilarious. Like Nick Fury and Deadpool. Like, come on.
And his last question for you is, have you ever played Magic: The Gathering?
I have not, unfortunately. Sorry, Ashley. But thank you for your questions.
All right. Next is Jonah Hake. I'm not sure if I'm saying
Joni Hake, thanks for your questions, buddy.
He asked 4. I feel like you've answered most of these already. Favorite TV show?
Big Brother.
Favorite genre?
Comic book.
Favorite actor?
Hugh Jackman.
And favorite director?
Spielberg.
Thank you, Jonah.
Thank you, Jonah.
All right, let's see here.
And the chat.
Inside Out fan, is Infinity War still your favorite movie of 2018?
I don't want to
confirm or deny that.
I cannot confirm or deny that.
Let's see here. Angel C. Katie Holmes is your favorite. Did she mention Tom Cruise?
Not that Katie Holmes. Not that Katie Holmes.
Let's see here. Mason Roberts, how do you feel about the Nutcracker and the Four Realms coming out?
I don't know what to think about it. Half of me is excited because of the name, but half is not just because of the remake name. I just don't think it looks that amazing. Kind of looks Beauty and the Beast. Like, it'll be okay. Okay.
Here's a good point that I want you to bring up, Brian. I wish I could do movie reviews, says Angel C, but I don't like my voice.
Why are you saying that? Like, if you want to do movie reviews, man, make them. Like, don't listen to what other people have to say. If you want to talk about movies, put yourself out there and make videos, man. Don't listen to what people have to say, and it'll be great, man, just because it's you. Do it because you want to do it.
All right, we are winding down our sent-in questions. You have now 2 questions from Benjamin Lura.
Benjamin, thanks for your questions, man.
His first question is, what is your favorite Disney film?
The Lion King.
And his second question is, how did you become a YouTuber?
I've answered this. I watched Stuckman. I watched Jeremy Johns. All those people, hearing them talk, inspired me.
Thank you, Benjamin.
Thank you, Benjamin.
All right, you have 1 question from Jared Buckendall.
Yes, this is an interesting one.
And Jared, I hope you've checked out the Impressions video.
He commented on it. He did.
Oh, he did? Okay,
he did.
I didn't see it. I'll have to check that out. Jared's question for you is, what was your original Pokemon starter? Which was your go-to pick and why? First off, Ryan, do you know who the starters were?
No.
It was Charmander, it was Squirtle, or if it was Bulbasaur. One of those 3.
Is this a Pokemon Go question?
No, Pokemon. Like Pokemon Red, which you never played. Jared, I'll answer the question, okay?
Cody will answer it. Charmander.
Easy.
There you go. That's the answered question, Jared.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Logan said he knew it was the Boston Celtics.
Of course.
Josh Haynes, what's your most anticipated film for the rest of the year?
My most anticipated film for the rest of the year, probably Creed 2. Creed 2 looks damn good.
Inside Out fan, who is cuter, Joy or Vanellope?
I'll go with Joy.
Angel C, most overrated actors.
Oh God, most overrated actors. That's kind of disrespectful because I don't think
that's
any
a hard
actor
answer
is
to.
overrated.
Kind of answered this already. Inside Out fan, most overrated movies.
Birdman, Dunkirk, I'll go with those because I think they're the most overrated films this decade.
And Driscoll Bros brings up a good point, Ryan. He says it's weird that you saw the Emoji movie, but not the Lord of the Rings movies.
I agree. And I agree with you, man. I'm an idiot.
All right, you have 3 more sets of questions here, Ryan, from 3 people. Your first is 5 questions from Master of Gaming.
Okay, Master of Gaming, thank you for your questions, man. What are they?
First question is, can you get Lisa Foyles on Rotten or Fresh?
I've never heard of her. I'll check it out.
We'll check her out.
I'll check her out.
Definitely check her out. We won't say no.
Yeah.
Okay, question 2. What are your political beliefs?
Oh man, I'm not gonna bring political.
Yeah, it's just
this.
not really any
Not
point
really.
to it. It's
Yeah.
just,
This is just a channel about movies.
Question 3. Can I compete on Rotten or Fresh? What do we tell everybody, right?
We tell everybody the same thing. We comment on each video, give them like, share the episodes, show your support and all that. We take those things into consideration in picking competitors, and we just have a list of people who we think are committed and definitely show their love and support for the show, and we just go from there. Like, keep supporting the show, man. That's all we can say. And we'll definitely consider you.
We definitely want to get as many people as we want on the show, but it just comes down to, you're not the only one, man. So, just keep showing your support. We pay attention to that kind of stuff.
Yes, we appreciate your support.
Favorite non-Marvel and DC movies?
I go with Unbreakable out of all the ones I can think of because it's not Marvel or DC.
Or The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Question 5. Will you play the new PS4 Spider-Man game?
I want to. It looks great.
Yeah, it's here and you haven't even played it yet. I've played it and it was fantastic.
I work full time. Next.
Okay, I work too. You still get it done. Alright, but thank you, Master of Gaming.
Thank you, Master of Gaming.
Alright, let's go check out the chat real quick. Let's see here. Critically acclaimed directors that you are not the biggest fan of, said Angel C.
Critically acclaimed directors I'm not the biggest fan of. That's, again, like, there's so many directors out there that have a lot of critically acclaimed films that I can't think of off the top of my head. There's some that come to mind, but I can't really think of.
Yeah, I actually would, but I'm really curious to hear your answer for
Well,
that.
bring
so
up.
think about that.
I'll think about it.
Have you seen the movie Hoodwink, said Lego Boy.
No, I have not.
Since you're getting a bunch of questions about your favorite Disney film, what do you think is the worst animated Disney film? We kind of answered this already.
Oh yeah, we definitely answered this before. The worst Disney movie?
Animated Disney.
Pocahontas, the one I've seen most recently.
You saw it?
Yeah, Pocahontas is not that great.
Oh, I didn't know you saw it recently. Yeah, Ryan, you've seen Show Dogs and not The Godfather.
Alright, we're just gonna ignore the comments that have to do with
Jeez, man,
whatever.
calling you out. Let's see here. Next, one question is from Tevya Smoka.
Alright, thank you, Tevya, for your question.
And he asked, what games are you looking forward to this fall?
Well, I know Cody is Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption 2, definitely. The Walking Dead, the end to the Walking Dead series. This
I
new
loved
season
the first
is fantastic.
episode. It was great.
Well, you need to watch the second one. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So those two come to mind, but thank you for your question.
Thank you for your question, man.
Alright, and the last question before we go to maybe like 5 or so minutes of the live chat is from Julie Madden.
Thank you, and this is the final question, Julie.
This is the final question, and she asks, how well do you and Cody work together?
We work together really well. Like, Cody's been my editor for 2+ years, and he loves it, and we just work extremely well together. We give each other points of how to make each other better, and it's just great. We're funny, we're good, we're serious about this, and we're just looking forward to continuing here on forth. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, Ryan and I are really close in age, which I think helps too. We have a lot of similar interests. We get along really well. Not too much fighting goes on. Sure, there's disagreements, but, you know, it's always about, you know, making Ryan's channel better. And, you know, he's the one that you guys see, and I'm just the guy behind the scenes. But I think we both do an equal amount of work for the channel. And at the end of the day, you know, Ryan has big dreams, and of course I want the best for him. So us working together is all a part of that.
Alright, and that's it for the question, guys. Thank you for submitting the questions. Now, that's it for the submitted questions on that video. Now let's go through the chat to see if we missed any.
Yeah, let's go through a few. Because,
Okay. Yeah, because this has been over an hour and 7 minutes.
Alright, let's see here.
Wrap this up.
Spider-Man PS4 is the best Spider-Man game I've ever played.
I've heard that.
Let's see here.
Plus, Chris Stuckman, that's his only A+ he's given this year, and it's not even a movie.
Full Metal Cowboy just came in. He said congrats on 1500.
Thank you, Full Metal Cowboy. Appreciate that.
Angel C, do you like movie musicals?
I do. I love movie musicals. All of them are great that I've seen, like La La Land, Wizard of Oz. I really enjoy a lot of them.
Driscoll Bros, who's your favorite Batman villain, not counting Joker? Mine is the Riddler.
Bane. I'll go with Bane.
Let's see here, and that's we're all caught up with the questions. So if you want to say, like, if anyone has,
yeah, if you have any last minute questions or going into the 1:10-minute mark, other than that, that's gonna do it. Angel asked favorite movie duo. Batman and Robin would be one of them. Ant-Man and the Wasp is another one, but my pick would probably be Batman and Robin. It's the more classic one. Thoughts on Walk the Line? It's my favorite Reese Witherspoon movie. It's fantastic. I love it. It's great. Lego Boy, what's your favorite DC movie besides the Dark Knight movies and Wonder Woman? Probably Superman 1978. It's the classic one. Richard Donner, Christopher Reeves. It's fantastic. It's the classic of all those films.
Thank you, Josh, for tuning in.
Thank you, Josh, for coming in. I appreciate it, man. Alright, that's going to do it, guys. We're getting into the hour and 10 minute mark. That's it, guys. Thank you for submitting all those questions for the Q&A. I really greatly appreciate all your guys' love and support you give to my channel. This was for you guys. And this is it. Thank you so much for watching the Q&A. And if you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe today for more content. All my social media links are in the description below. And click the notification bell on your way out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Look forward to a new episode of Rotten or Fresh tomorrow, most likely. If not, Monday the latest.
Yes, look out for it, guys. Bye!
Have a good night. Thank you.
Have a good night, guys.